Hello everyone. So this week I am up to put in a video, and in fact last week I was up to put in a video as well, but if any of you maybe noticed, there was no video last week because this guy forgot. I was traveling, there was lots of stuff going on, yada yada yada, whatever kind of excuse I had, I did not do my part. So this week I am doing my part, and I got a really cool vibe coding project that I was just kind of working on before I went on some of my trips, and I hope you guys really dig it. And it's a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it, so hopefully that's the same for you. So if you're all ready, let's jump right in and vibe. All right, so the idea I had today was I was working with a team, and they talked a little bit about, hey, you know what would be neat if we had one of those like detective whodunit boards, right? Where it's got like the pictures and the notes and all the different stuff there, and it's all connected by the string, the red string typically that's in there. And I was like, that'd be really cool. We should absolutely do that and give it a shot. So here, I'm going to walk you guys through the proof of concept that we're going to build that was already built that kind of turned out pretty awesome. I don't know. So you can be the judge of that in the end. So I am in Claude Code, Claude for Windows actually, downloaded, ready to go. I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to call this Detective Mystery Project. And then what are we trying to achieve here? Awesomeness. Yeah. All right. Got to spell awesomeness right, though. Awesomeness. All right. So we're going to create our project. Okay, so how can we get started here today? So I actually went a little bit more in depth in this one here. So what we're going to do is I actually created a so kind of like a product document, right? So I created a requirements doc essentially. So kind of started talking a little bit about, hey, what it is, what the visual style is going to be, and what's the concept, as well as interaction requirements and some different things here. So I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to add it into my files. Now, if you haven't done projects inside of Claude yet, highly recommend that you do. It helps out to keep your project going, keep it moving forward, and also it will start to remember all of the things that you want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and add text here, and we're going to call this product requirements. And we're going to put in this content here. Now, as you can see, building a single file, interactive HTML, CSS, JavaScript, proof of concept for an interactive detective board. Here's our concept. Here's our core experience. Here's the visual style, right? I think, honestly, I was inspired by a new movie coming out on Prime starring Mr. Cage, and he may or may not shoot webs. So just throwing that out there inside in case anybody's super excited, as excited as I am about that. All right, so I'm going to add this content inside of here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to say, how can we help you today? Using the requirements doc, please build out a POC, proof of concept, of this who done it board. All right, let's start there and let's just see how it goes, right? All right, let's give it a couple minutes to see what it's doing, how it's doing, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm already getting validation from Mr. Claude. This is a rich, complex build. Let me go full noir, because you can't go half noir. You have to go full noir. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so we're going to give it a couple of minutes and let it figure itself out. All right, this turned out pretty well, in fact. So we've got a lot of stuff here. We've got some Polaroids. We've got some news clippings. We got a little case file here. You know what? I'm already in love with this guy. So let's see what happens here. So here we go. Professor Plumwell. Artistic teacher, here's all of the information so we can start to unpack exactly what this is. Now, I did give Claude full creative freedom on this one. I really didn't have a particular direction in mind. But I do kind of dig this. The moon pie vanishes before the talent show. That's funny. Timeline of the disappearances. And as we select things, over here is the case file, right? Timeline of the disappearance talks about what we just looked at. Gives us a key, has a lot of good stuff in here. All right, I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it so far. All right, so let's add a few things though. Where do we go from here? Add a solve it button, add a second wave of items that unlock after inspecting key evidence. All of these are decent, but I have a couple in mind already. So the first thing I really want to do though, because I didn't put this in the original requirements doc, I said, hey, this is close. I want to make a careful change first. Please do not redesign the whole thing. So I'm setting some criteria here, some restrictions, some limitations. The detective board needs to fit inside of a 16:9 layout because this could be used on any device, right? But probably it's going to be in some sort of a course, right? Or on a browser window. So we want to have it there. If the screen gets smaller, we got to scale the board down. So we want it to be responsive to a point inside of there as well. Yeah, all right, so let's give this a shot and see what it does. All right, so it looks like we've got our layout set to where it needs to be. Everything else is still working pretty well. The way it is, so I like that one there. A couple other things I do want to change. In here. Let's clean up our red strings and our spacing, right? So let's do, all right, now let's clean up the red strings and item spacing, keeping our layout, make the strings easier to follow, and make sure none of the items overlap in a messy way. Also make the different clue types look more distinct, but do not redesign the whole thing. We should have one item in the middle, the caper we are solving, and everything should radiate from there. All right, love it, love it, love it. If only I knew how to spell radiate. Actually, I just missed an A. Ha. Let's give it a shot and see what it does here. A couple key points that I find are still relevant, even after doing this for quite a while. You always want to make your changes in small increments, one or two things at a time, so you can control and manage as well as validate what's going on. The second thing is you always need to make sure that you remind the tool of choice that don't change anything except specifically what I'm asking you to change. All right, I really like these changes, right? So the different types now have a different colored bar on the left-hand side. Not sure if you noticed it or not, but it did say that we're going to get rid of the straight strings and we're going to add the gravity sag, and that actually turned out amazing. Love it. All right, everything still works right in the middle there. I would like to clean up these little pop-ups in the middle though. So once again, I'm just gonna do one thing here. So let's improve the pop-up window there and make the image or clue preview larger, make the title and description easier to read, and keep the detective board style. Do not change the board layout. This should meet size and contrast requirements for web accessibility, right? WCAG. So we want to make sure that everybody can see all the coolness that we're doing here in our build. All right, let's take a look and see how it did it. Ah, I love that. I actually like that quite a bit. And it is a little bit better. Obviously, for accessibility, we would have to do a little more work with that, but something to always keep in mind. And I like the bigger modal pop-up. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is turning out really good. So actually, this is turning out to be a really amazing kind of proof of concept to sort of show and put out there. All right, last thing we want to do. So if everybody kind of does their research, right, looks at everything on the board, we want them to be able to solve the case. And we can use this as a template to repeat as many times as we want, so we can have as many different cases as we want. And yeah, that would be pretty cool. So when the learner clicks it, they should be able to pick one of the suspects. Show playful feedback for each choice. Rita Crumb should be the correct answer because she moved the moon pie. Now you all know. So if you try this out, you're already going to know. I should have said spoiler, but oh well, what do you do? Let's get a solve case button here so we can resolve this particular mystery. Okay, looks like we've got a solve the case. However, we do have an error message, huh? Solve the case. We can pick who did it. Rita Crumb. Rita Crumb did it. All right. And obviously, I think we would probably go in and change out some of these images and stuff. It's just throwing things in there. If you're looking for a great place to do some images, anything, if you have ChatGPT, their new Image 2.0, fantastic. I've been using it for a lot of things, and it is super, super good. Last thing here I'll just say is fix the error message. Also, let's tackle the size and contrast for the rest of the experience. And here is where it landed. So as always, you want to verify the experience and all of the functionality, as well as to make sure that any of those accessibility items that you put in there actually stuck, like you would with any vibe coding project. But all in all, I think this one turned out really cool. It was a lot of fun to do, and I hope that you all have the same success when you do it on your end. And that is our vibe show for today. I have to say that I think this was one of my favorite projects, favorite vibe coding videos that I've done so far. Always really dug that sort of detective kind of vibe. Really excited to see where else I can maybe put this or what I can do with it a little bit more. There's a couple scavenger hunt ideas, maybe an escape room or something like that, right? So I got the wheels turning. Hopefully I did the same for you, right? I got you guys thinking a little bit more about some of the possibilities, some of the options that are out there, some of the different things that you can do. So, please make sure you do all the things you do when you're watching YouTube videos, right? Like, subscribe, make sure you follow us. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, put them in the comments. Jeff and I are always looking for new ideas to vibe code. I got some great videos coming up for you here in the next few months. We've done a little bit of on-location shooting too, while we've been fortunate enough to get out and about in the world here. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed everything today. I look forward to seeing you the next time that I don't forget to do a video. All right, take care.